those experiences told me that there's some kind of a real dangerous military action going on. And sometimes you might possibly, as I did, come into close proximity with other alien life forms that are very evil. And
there's no doubt about that.
And if you do, the ones who are protecting you will quickly get you out. Like the FBI gets out their men in the mafia, and he's been spotted, he's been found out. The government has to go in quickly and get you out. Why? Because you're a dead man. They found out who you are. Get him out immediately. Whatever it takes, get him out of the place. So I felt that this is what was happening to me. It was as if all of a sudden, out of time and chance, two other alien life entities came in. They looked like men. They weren't men. And immediately, whatever was protecting me, like military says, get out of here quick. Well, that implies there's something going on here militarily from an otherworld point of view.
But it also implies that you're protected.
Well,
and what we have to remember is that these, whatever these forces are, they're not all powerful, otherwise we would not be able to have this conversation.
Well,
they're certainly not all powerful.
But, see, the point I'm making here with you is that I understand and I'm totally in agreement that there is some kind of a change in the epoch, the change, because I understand the astrological concept of a changing of the yugas and the changing of the eras and epochs of the time.
Right.
But I'm still convinced that there is some kind of an evil presence here, like a military. They are organized.
Well, what I'm saying, and what Jordan is saying, are different expressions of the same thing. Because when I'm saying, the base construct of everything is consciousness, and there is a changing of the guard in terms of the energetic state of awareness in this reality. We're at this cusp. Of course, at one level, it's pure energy, it's pure awareness. But as it comes down the levels, that expresses itself in different ways. So on the human level, you've got people who are awakening and people who are still closed. You've got people that want kindness and peace in the world, and you've got people that want to control and manipulate and exploit and parasite off. And one of these levels, it takes the otherworldly level that Jordan's talking about, which is of non-human entities in this tussle for either control of this reality or benevolent protection of this reality. And they too are expressions of this energetic epoch change. It's just which level of it are we looking at? So what I'm saying and what Jordan's saying about this this military kind of battle, if you like, is absolutely the same. Because on one level, that is what's happening, because it's an expression of this change, and because it's expressing itself in so many different ways, and that is one of them, and it is fundamentally affecting this one, which is the human level, because what's going on there? What I'm saying is that because this energetic transformation, this expanded awareness is now coming in, as it becomes more powerful and the tipping point comes where the old epoch energy is replaced by the new epoch energy as the dominant one in this reality, then all these different levels of malevolence, whether they be non-human, alien, or as we call them, down into the parasite, their day's over. But it's not over yet, and like I say, for a while, this is all these different. This is really going to be challenging. There's going to be great upheavals because we're not in the new epoch. We're at the cusp of the changeover, and this is the most chaotic and difficult and most challenging. And so we at all these levels, we're going to see amazing things going on, and there's definitely what you might call battles going on in this non-human level, absolutely.
And both in the Jewish and the Christian and even in the Islamic tradition, there's talk about the spirit forces at work in the universe. Evil, and like I said, Christians talk about the good angels, or the demons and the devils, and they're very, very bad. While the angels are very good and they're protecting us, but they are actual entities who are at war in the spirit world with each other, and they have their people on the earth. The bad ones have the bad, and there's some kind of a matrix of war going on between the good and the evil on the earth, and it plays out in a very reasonable, legitimate military fashion. That there are evil forces that are watching you, that are trying to stop you, while others, good entities, are coming in to protect you and to keep you safe. So, in my vision, is that we are in the physical world. We are being played by higher powers who have a design on us. Maybe the good ones have a design that we are supposed to evolve and to grow in wisdom and knowledge, and to blossom out into godly creatures with wisdom and knowledge, and have a better civilization, a better life. While on the other hand, there very well might be entities from out there who are the enemies of those good ones, and they have in mind controlling this system here. None of this nonsense about evolution and for people to grow in peace and harmony. No. They've come here to own us, to control us, and therefore I see it as a real, legitimately military darkness are going on. I think there are evil forces here, and there are good ones that are watching us, and they are at war. And this is what the Knights Templars were implying with their symbol of as above, so below. Meaning, if you think it's bad here between military and armies and bloodshed, you should see what's going on in the spirit world. There's a very powerful spirits at work on both sides, good and evil.
You talked about two powers there. You've talked about two powers there. Is there not a third power, which is our own power? Because if we want to change the world, the way that we have to start is ourselves. We can't directly necessarily do anything about these factors that you've been talking about, but if we change the way that we perceive the world and relate to the world and see ourselves in relation to the world, then we can disempower those forces who've got a hold on us. And this is my interpretation of what David is saying. That's a question.
Well, I think that this whole idea about the kingdom of God, the ultimate good kingdom of God on the earth, I think that's an astrological subject. And unless one brings in astrotheology and the astrological component of the kingdom of God, we're never going to understand the kingdom of God. I think the kingdom of God is a time period, an astrological time period, when the human race will finally wake up and get in tune with the divine universe and throw off all of this dark force around us. But I see, and I understand and totally agree with David about the spiritual implications, but I'm also seeing that there's actually a military operation, for a lack of a better term, a military operation of dark forces which are very legitimately evil, which have a tremendous amount of power that to harm we humans. On the other hand, there are those other world entities who are here to protect the project of human evolution, to protect us. And there very well might be, as David said, levels. But up till now, the level that I've been concerned with is that level that sees a military operation going on.
Well, I think, Jordan, when you're looking at a